And we're live.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 183 of Fans of Power. I'm Joe Amato, and I'm here with my partner in crime, Nasty Nate, Nathan Kennedy. Tyler Baker isn't here this week because he's enjoying time with his family for Memorial Day. But what's going on, Nathan? Oh shit! I gotta hit my wait! God damn it! I got my volume on my computer. See that?
I
There.
was like, hey, are we good? Do you have all the
I
nasty?
don't.
Here's what we're gonna do, guys. We're gonna blow through the news and get through our topic because we know why we're all here. We want to
Yeah.
watch Joe eat weird, random things.
Yeah.
So
Well,
that's what's gonna happen on this show tonight.
and I'm going to, and like I said, for anybody new to this, I mean, I know a lot of people, just to let you know, Scareglow's house. I know a lot of people are coming from there. It's a Facebook group, and if you don't know about it, just search up Scareglow's house on Facebook. It's a great group. Beyond talking about Masters of the Universe, sometimes we do crazy stuff like this just to keep it fun. Because, I mean, let's face it, if it wasn't for Masters of the Universe, there would be no Scareglow's house. There wouldn't be that group. So I'd hope for anybody that's new to, our podcast from from Scareglow's house that stick around a little bit because we're first going to do a couple topics. We got to do some news about Masters of the Universe. We have another topic, and then then I'll be getting to the gross bugs. And then I'm also going to be doing something that I've never done on this show, and it's going to be awkward. I made this special mask, and I made it to where there's a cutout to where you can see kind of my mouth. You know I don't like showing parts of my face, but in Scareglow's house, I ate those nasty jelly beans one time, and that was fine. It was a great video. I was spitting them up, even though I had my mask on. You could see I was disgusted. But when it came to the death nuts, nobody, just to let you know, nobody was saying I didn't eat them. They weren't calling me a liar, but a lot of people were like, well, we really couldn't get your reaction. We couldn't tell if you were putting them in your mouth. So I was like, all right, for this, you're going to see me putting the tarantulas and crap in my mouth because I got this hole. But we always acknowledge everybody in the chat room first. So let me get to, we got Grimbot here. We got Michael Y, Zentron. Let me scroll down because I know there was a lot of people here. Zen Brown, New Adventures of He-Man. I'm still scrolling down. I hope I don't miss anybody. Jason Johnston, Willis Wheeler, Ryan, just Ryan. I remember last week you said just call me Ryan.
Just call him Ryan.
And I remembered that. See, I got a good memory. Ryan, Febmon. I think I already said Febmon. See, this shows my when I'm senile. Von Ratliff is here. Motu fan number 1. And Rick Poe. So I think I got everybody. If I missed anybody, I apologize.
They're all piling in because the main attraction of this show is to watch you eat stuff.
Yes, like I said, we will be getting to that, and it's going to be different for me to... the spider thing is going to be probably my issue. I can eat all the other stuff with no problem, but I think when I get to this tarantula, that's going to be the doozy.
Yeah, and the fun thing is Joe was like, "Oh, I'm going to do this, so maybe on Beyond Retro or something. You can do the death nuts." I'm like, Joe, I did the hot sauce thing for you, and Emily and I came to an agreement that I think our assholes burned enough for that. So I don't know. I'm good.
Well, maybe. I still think you should try the Death Nuts. They will be good. But now, first, just want to let everybody know at least a little Super7 news for anybody that's wanting the Snake Mountain, because I know the pre-orders, just to let you know, are still open to the 31st of the month. But they're at 75%. It seems like each week they've been jumping by at least 25%. So you would think, hey, it looks good, and they got about 7-8 more days. They should reach their goal, but you never know. So if there's anybody on the fence of wanting to get it, and pulling the trigger, if you have the money, go for it. I've said before, I ain't got the money to do it. If I had the money, I'd go for it as well. But right now they're at 75%. And if they don't reach the 100%, then yeah, there just won't be a Snake Mountain. So.
I think Eric Amon gave me an update. I think he's now purchased 9 of them.
Is he? No way, is that a joke?
I think he's only bought 3, but I think last time that we talked about this, I said he had purchased 6, and he sent me a message or commented and was like, "No, I haven't bought 6. I've only bought 3." And I'm like, "Yeah, only 3 of these things."
And I thought it was 4, see? So I didn't even know that. And JSP, thank you for joining us. But no, I actually thought that Eric got 4 of them. But hey, maybe it is just 3.
I mean, if you guys can afford it, and cool, because I mean, this is the biggest, size-wise, the biggest thing that they has really ever been released in regards to Masters. I guess the Eternia place that would be sort of close, but not really, right?
The Central Tower, I've never measured it, But I mean, Central Tower is pretty big, but I guess I've never put it next to my Classics Castle Grayskull. But yes, we know that that one part of this upcoming Snake Mountain, the one part is really a lot bigger than Classics Grayskull. But the other side, when you would open, I think it's almost the same size height wise Grayskull, because every time they do that comparison picture, they just show Castle Grayskull Classics from the front, then they show the Snake Mountain Classics opened, and they love showing obviously the size difference of the one part. But I mean, either way, I guess we'll see. It's a monster, and I know there's been a lot of people that that shipping has been an issue, because they updated, I think, the shipping for going to some of the other countries, and I think Larry Ho, I think he's in Singapore. I want to make sure I'm saying that right. I think Larry's in Singapore, and I think he said that maybe after shipping and all the custom fees, I mean, he might be paying like $1,400 or something. I was like, damn, that's just
Yeah. That for me, $1,400. That's, you're looking at close to 3 months worth of rent, more or less, that I pay on my end of things.
Yeah, it's a hell of a lot of money.
It is, but it's one of those things that I would like to have, and I guess I could afford it if I wanted to, but I just
of course,
can't.
all your damn money.
I just can't justify spending that much. It looks cool as hell, and I don't really have the space for it either. But
yeah, I mean, again, you're right. If you have the money and it's something that you can afford, I mean, sure, go for it. But I mean, it's hard for other people to try it. And then even some who do have the money, like you said, it might be a space issue. But I mean, I'm hoping, the reason I wanted to obviously go through is, for anybody that's wanting this, if it doesn't go through, they're not going to get a Snake Mountain. And I know there's people that have wanted that for, well, hell, as long as the Classics line has been around. They have a Grayskull, they'd love to have a Snake Mountain. So I want to see them get what they want.
Do you think that it would, because I think you had mentioned this before, do you think if they haven't hit the goal yet, they'll extend it another week just to try to hit the mark? Or do you think they'll hit that date and they'll be like, all right, well, it didn't happen, so it's not going to?
Well, what's funny is back in the day when Maddie was doing the stuff, it always was close. And on that last day, all the people that were on the fence usually would say, okay, I pulled the trigger. And it seemed like they always met the mark or exceeded the mark. But I think it's still going to make it. And if it doesn't, I would see them hopefully trying at least an extension of a week for anybody that's still maybe just money wise, just trying to, figure, their bills and what they would have extra and what they could do.
Yeah. So, get a kidney taken out, sell it on the black market. Yeah. That kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So it'd be great because, I mean, I would love then, in the future, maybe we get a Fright Zone. I know we'll never get a Classics Eternia. If that happened, it'd be amazing, but there's no way. I mean, if we're paying $600 for a Snake Mountain, Eternia would probably be like $1,500. Yeah. That's no exaggerating. I mean, that's going to be a lot.
Yeah. A slime pit would be cool.
And why couldn't they? We have, first let me say hello to John Itis, who just popped in. Like I said, we'll be getting to that in a bit, John, so hopefully you sit around for the Masters lore and chat. But a slime pit, I think it's a no-brainer. People would love it.
And it wouldn't cost too much, realistically, because it's a smaller set.
I guarantee that. I bet you that could be $100 set. I think they could do a slime pit for $100. I guarantee. Hell, we have a fan that's in Scareglow's house, Ben Bowie. He's doing his own kind of version of a slime pit, a custom one. He just posted some work in progress pictures over at Scareglow's house, and it's looking great. So I want to give him a shout out. It was just weird. You brought up slime pit. He's doing one. So yeah, it shows people want a slime pit.
Well, I also brought it up as well because I recently purchased one on eBay, and guess who's going to be doing some customized slime from it? Mr. Amato himself. There we go.
Yeah, because I don't know if you guys remember me doing that, but I do these slime set piece sets. I did the first set for Tom Ace, and then a lot of people wanted to have it. And it's custom sculpted. Each one is designed to where, back in the day as a kid, everybody wanted to slime their Grizzlor. I did, but if you slime Grizzlor, he was done. I mean, because that hair was going to get matted, get crunchy. You couldn't slime it. You couldn't slime Mossman. There's certain characters you couldn't, but now you can, because I sculpted the slime to... First, I cover the figure to make sure it's protected. And each set is made specifically for a certain character because some have different, sculpting designs. And I'll have them in that pose, sculpt it on, let it set, and then I sculpt it onto the claw that's in the slime pit. After it sets, I paint it up, give it a gloss finish, and it looks like actual slime coming down a character, but it's actual hardened, sculpted pieces. But they look really cool once you put them on your figures. Or the figure and the set.
So, Joe, we need to stop the show early so you can go ahead and get a move on that, because I'm going to need it pretty quick.
For Roboto?
I'm totally kidding about that. I now that I think about it, because once we do get to you eating the bugs, I wish I could imagine, like, if Tyler were here, like how that would have gone. Would he have just been like, "This is the end of the show"? Do you think he would have just sitting there like with his arms crossed, just like?
He would probably just have that kind of like look like, oh god, I can't believe this is happening. And by the way, when it comes to that part, you know how you can like just keep it on one
Yeah.
person?
No.
You
Yeah.
might want to.
Yeah. No. I'm definitely going to.
Yes. And for
That way
anybody that
people don't see my face, or I make like a noise. I'm just like.
yeah, and it could switch to you. And Midnight Rider, thank you for joining us. And just to let you know, people are late. This is my custom mask to where you're going to see my mouth, so you'll see at least one of my big underlip, maybe, and part of my mouth. I don't know how it's going to look, but and I'm hoping this doesn't snap off. I'm going to be if I lose my mask and I'm unmasked, I'm going to lose my shit. I'm going to blame John Itis and Jason Psycho Ward, but yeah,
I mean, I will have to immediately stop the broadcast, delete the video, pretend it never happened. But just in case you guys, if you're watching, happen to be at a computer, make sure you
they're
have
going to
your
be.
right there on the print screen button. Just make sure you hit that really quick. It'll take care of everything.
I
You need to
guarantee, I
do.
know they're going to do it. We always screen grab, so I could picture them doing it. And Robert Fletcher, thank you for joining us. But that is what scares me is because I didn't have the same kind of elastic that I have for this mask that I used for this. So it's a two-part. You can see I did a two-part rubber band thing here. This rubber band, this piece is actually from a weakened type of rubber band design. And I'm scared I'm going to put it on, it's going to snap. So we'll find out later in the show.
Did you not like test it at all before the show? I
No,
figured you really. I figured you would
no.
just like put it on and like moving it. All right, seems durable enough.
No, I measured it, so I don't even know what it's going to look like when I put it on my
Oh,
face. But
oh boy,
it's better now. I can snap
this is gonna
during
be the
show.
best episode. And I want to say, when it gets archived, all of you guys on Podbean, iTunes, this is one of those episodes you have to just come over to the YouTube channel and check it out.
Yeah, they'll definitely have to watch. They'll have to see it. But, well, before we get to the eating, we have a topic, and I'd like to hear everybody in the chat room their 3 top designs, because I'm sure we know characters like, John Itis. I already know who he's going to pick. But I'd like to go to you first, Nathan. For you to pick, whether it's from toys, the cartoon, anything else, what are your 3 favorite Evil Warriors designs, and why do you choose them? I'm curious to see, because, like you said, you might not go as nuts into the lore as Tyler and I do with the mini comics and things, but you've seen enough of the toys and the cartoons and the comics, I'm sure, to just get an idea of your favorites.
Well, even when I think about it, when you kind of hit me with this like 2 hours ago, I my
Yeah, talk about late.
yeah, mine always, when I really started thinking about it, I started thinking about when I was a kid, and it all boils down to the vintage action figures for me. And when it comes down to it, I always enjoyed the figures that had more to do. So, like, yes, He-Man is like the central, like the piece that everyone has to have, and he's going to be your main top baby face, right? But for me, when I always played with toys, I always liked anything that actually did something more, had like movable parts. So Trapjaw is on there just because like I can put different things on his arm, or I can move his mouth, and you wouldn't get that from some of the other characters. That's why I always like enjoyed Manny Faces and Mechanic as well, because they just had something more to offer over a He-Man or a Skeletor, unless it was a variant, of course. Then I would honestly, it might sound kind of lame to most people, but I did enjoy Triclops quite a bit. Just same thing with Many Faces. I just liked moving that around constantly, and kind of creating my own little stories and interacting with other action figures I had. So I remember taking some of the Masters figures, because I had, was it Galoob that did the WCW figures back in the day? So I had
I think they did.
Yeah, so I had like Sting Flair, Arn Anderson, Brian Pillman, all those guys. But I also had the ring that also had the cage in it. So I would like take some of the Masters figures and the Galoob wrestlers and kind of do my own. Because even though the Masters figures were definitely a little bit bigger in Galoob, like height-wise, it was sort of similar. So I could just kind of go from that. And then the third one I kind of bounce back and forth with, but I'm going to say Too Bad, just because it's cool.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
I like that.
There's not much to the figure. It just has the action, but just having the 2 different heads Oh, I just liked figures that just had more to offer. Like, just weren't. I don't know.
Well, he
I'm
stood
kind of
out.
going around in a circle here, but
No. I mean, the thing is, Too Bad did stand out. I remember as a kid when I first got him. I mean, it was a character that he was beefed up, and I never knew about the flat back Too Bad until I think I don't know the internet came around. I didn't know there was another version. I was just known the big chest, the big back. I was like, man, this is such a big, massive figure, and I like they get punch his face. So he did have a very unique design. It was a big, massive body compared to just the regular. Well, of course, the regular Masters bucks are big and muscled, but he got overloaded. He was just hyped up. But that's a good choice. Real quick in the chat room, Grimbot said for cartoon wise, Strong Arm, Skeletor, Hordak. Let's see. Did I miss him? Raven said Chopper is his favorite. Yeah, I see that. Let me see. John Ida says Evelyn is sexy. Right. Hello, Adam Gabbert just joined us. Grimbot said for the toys, he likes Dragstore, Hordak, Horde Trooper. And okay, me. Well, one is I love the design. You can kind of I don't know where the hell my hand if this works, but it's not because I'm eating a damn tarantula tonight. But Web Store, the MYP version, that design, that staction. Wait, shit, it's other side. I just seen it's a 30-second delay. So over here, see whatever it's at over here. Yes, Web Store. That design is cool as hell because when Tyler and I were talking last week, I love the original Web Store, but I never got a spider vibe from him. Yes, he had his grappling hook, and yes, we could see that there was more eyes there, but it wasn't real noticeable as a kid. You just kind of noticed the two main eyes, but you notice this is a spider with this Web Store. I mean, it's very noticeable, so that's definitely one of my picks. Another one is I like then going into the mini comics. I love that version of Modulok. Now, Modulok is the toy. Very fun toy. Love playing with the toy. But just how the pieces are with, making the neck kind of stick out, and it would look blocky on certain parts if you can kind of understand what that means. Just a little too blocky, not smooth and fleshed out. But when he was drawn in the mini comic, I mean, it was quite different. He had a really different sadistic look, and I really appreciated that Modulok. And then my last one is I just love Mosquito. When I first bought that toy, it was like, damn, the appeal of just seeing I think it was part due to the action feature, but pushing the button in the back, seeing the blood pumping out, I was like, it was eye popping. It was just catching. It really got your attention to see something like that. If you remember the vintage Mosquito and that blood pump.
And that's the thing. Like, that would definitely be an honorable mention to think about it now. But in my head, when the topic was presented, I was sort of just reflecting more about what I enjoyed, like as a kid when I played with the figures and who I had at a Mosquito. I never even came across. My collection of vintage Masters as a kid was a little more condensed down to like your main baddies and heroes, not like some of the later waves and things. And most of those too, because by the time I really started collecting them, like the line had mostly been killed off. So if you were to find any of the vintage figures, I may have caught the tail end of it when we had them in our department store, because we didn't really have a lot of Walmarts around at the time either. And then all of a sudden they just started sprouting everywhere.
I never had a single Walmart. Never knew nothing of it until probably about 10 years ago. Never knew anything. Quickly, wanted to say that Robert Fletcher said Grizzlord. I forgot to say that he loves his damn Grizzlord. Zentron said Mini Comics Beastman. Number 2, MYP Evelyn. 3, New Adventures Critta. John Idas said, Joe, you should show a preview of Scareglow for the fans viewing live. I think I'll do that. Willis Wheeler said, mine is New Adventures Battle Armor Skeletor, the OG Hordak, and Ratlore. And well, Adam Gower said, I love Wonder Bread He-Man when I help my cousins and friends vintage. Okay, all right. Anthony Albanese, thank you for joining us. It says Triclops is the Boba Fett of Masters of the Universe. I can kind of see that. Let me see. I'm trying to scroll quickly. Now, remember, it's 9:30. I'm going to be eating this stuff. Everybody knows that's why they're going to be jumping and waiting for 9:30.
Oh, wait. You timed it already? Like you told people, hey, 9:30. That's the time.
I let everybody know at Scareglow's house. I said, I think after we do the introduction of the things and do our original topics, 9:30 will probably be the eating. But if you can hold everybody here for a second, Nathan, I'm going to go get that crazy-looking Scareglow. Just hold on 1 second.
Okay.
So keep him
and then he trips and his mask.
Need some hot sauce.
No, Joe. The hot sauce was bad. If you guys have not checked that out, go over to the Beyond Retro channel. that was like months ago. I probably should put a link at some point. Anytime he brings it up, just retroactively go in there and put it in there. But like he wants me to like keep eating the hot sauce or buy these death nuts. I'm surprised he's not like, hey, we'll get your address. We'll send you tarantulas too. I'm not doing that shit. Sorry, guys. I can't. I'm not like Joe. I just won't sit and eat anything that gets sent to me or found on the ground or in the dumpster.
You
Whatever
talking
the
about me and
case
the
may be.
dumpster food? Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be for another. All right. Okay. Here we go. This is for John Itis. It was his idea. He said, Joe, because he knows my love of Modulok, his love of Scare Glow, and it's not finished. There's gonna be some final touches. It should be pretty cool when it's finished. When he sent me this, just to let you guys know, Scare Glow had a busted off arm, so I had to use my techniques to get the arm to get reattached. He sent me a bunch of extra legs and he said, do some crazy tail design to create this Scare Glow hybrid of Modulok. So I'm going to do a bone, as you see, a bone tail. The legs are all attached. The heads, they're still posable. And this is what I told John I wanted to do, is have them face each other without the faces touching. So it worked perfectly. So I made the heads, sculpted this new double neck piece, because like we said with Too Bad, he's got a bigger body. It's hard as hell to do for a regular buck body. I'm like, what am I going to do? I didn't want to use the Modulok neck extension piece to hook into here because it would look weird. So I fleshed it out. And his arm, with my magic, used magnets.
Nice.
So super strong. Same thing with the heads. Bam. You ain't ever got to worry about this thing breaking. So this is going to be the crazy Modulok Scare Glow. I'll try to design a crazy two-necked cape. And I'm thinking of doing it. Go ahead.
I know. I was just gonna say, like, it's kept on you, so you can continue to show that off while I talk if you want. But I think more companies need to implement that idea of using magnets. Man, can barely talk. Magnets to keep the arms and head and stuff attached, especially if there are multiple heads and pieces that you can switch between. I think that's a great idea. More companies need to jump on that.
The thing is, I don't know, and maybe somebody in the chat room could know. I don't know if there's an issue with magnets or something about shipping things international, why they don't use it. I mean, I thought there was a main reason.
Yeah, I guess there could be a hiccup with that as well.
Yeah, because I wish there wasn't, because I mean, this is just, to me, the reason it's so genius with some things, especially when it's the simplistic, movement where there's not tons of articulation, is you never have to worry about the arms or the heads or anything breaking. And these are so damn durable. I mean, look, I can hold the whole figure by the head. That's how strong this magnet is. I mean, these are some strong ass magnets. They ain't gonna break.
Are you gonna eat one of the magnets, Joe?
Yeah, that'd be fucked up, wouldn't it? Yeah. So this is what he wanted me to show: is the progress so far of the six-legged Modulok Scare Glow hybrid. So
that's cool.
Yeah. So there you go.
I look at that as like some weird thing of there's like a crossover with Masters and Ninja Turtles, and it's like the Batman Ninja Turtles movie where Shredder somehow shows up and he has mutagen and he starts just because Skeletor wants him to just starts mutating some of the evil warriors or something.
That'd be crazy.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I love with doing customs is you never know what a customer is going to ask for, and even just things out of your own head when you're creating. You can do this kind of stuff. You can just make things that are unique. They're one of a kind. They're never going to be made by a company, and there's never going to be, the same thing. It's never going to, like, if I was to ever do that again, which I'm not, that is just for John. But like when I do a lot of my originals, I do get requests. Hey, could you make that? Well, when I do it again, I'm going to be sculpting the stuff again from scratch. I don't do all the molding and casting, so it's always going to be an original, one of a kind piece. Even if it's similar, it's something unique. But I think that's what I love about that stuff so much, is just doing these type of things. But now,
hey, we got 6 minutes. We got to kill 6 minutes. You told everyone. You told everyone 9:30. I know.
Here's my rant. I'll do it.
Okay. Oh, what's
it's talking about Dungeons and Dragons. If you want me to do it.
I was gonna say, just go ahead and talk about it.
This is proof positive that taking something from the 80s cartoon-wise and making it live action can work. Because as you know with Hollywood, anytime they do a movie, it's like, oh, we got to change it for this reason. We got to do this. Fans wouldn't like it. It'd be too corny. What comes along? I want you guys, after you're done watching us, go to YouTube, type in Dungeons and Dragons Renault car commercial. And it should be like a couple minutes. They took that 80s cartoon, and this is in Brazil. They made this car commercial. you didn't even know it was a car commercial at first. When I first was tagged in it, I couldn't remember if Grimbot tagged me or where I seen it, and it was just a shortened version. I was losing my mind until I found out at the end it was a car commercial. And even though I was disappointed, let down, I was still thinking, damn, how did they do that such justice? The characters look like they actually, there was no redesigns of these characters. It looks like they took them from the cartoon, put them to real life, and had them in battles. They had Tiamat, they had Venger, Dungeon Master. They even did that. I don't know if you watched the cartoon that much, Nathan, but I did. There was always that thing where Dungeon Master always disappeared. Something would flash in front of me, you walk back of a tree, Eric could try to find him, boom, he was gone. So he arrives in this car, all the kids get in there, and they drive around him, and then he disappears, and then Presto uses his magic, and boom, a portal opens, and they got home. I was like, oh, it takes a damn car commercial for them to finally get home.
You finally got your ending.
I finally got, but it is the coolest thing you'd ever see, which makes me want to say, if people who are working on the Masters of the Universe movie, if you possibly listen to this podcast or listen to fans, know you can take the original material from cartoons to mini comics to toys and bring that to life, and it can work, and fans will go nuts. I mean, just to give you an example, that commercial, I think it has over like 500, almost 600,000 views since it just popped up a couple days ago. The likes, there's so much likes. I think there's less than 800 dislikes, and it's like 60,000 likes, and like maybe less than, I don't know how many with dislikes, but it just shows fans were into it. That's what I like. That's what I like seeing, was that positivity, and that they weren't pissing on it, saying, "Oh, that looked corny. That shouldn't have been done." It could be done. So that's why I'm mind boggled when they keep thinking, "What should we do with a Masters of the Universe movie?" I don't know. It's right there in front of you. We have over 30 years of history, rich lore from everything from mini comics, cartoons, to the movies, to toys, anything you can think of. DC Comics, Star Marvel Comics, UK stuff, Golden Books. It's right in front of you. Now just take the source material and give us a good movie. Don't overthink it to try to update it for fans.
Yeah.
This is fantasy. It's not Earth. You can't update it. You don't need to update it. You don't need to give them He-Man a stupid new outfit or some stupid new ways they have to look. They can look just like they did, respect the source material, and do it. But a Dungeons and Dragons commercial, out of all things, for a car showed it can be done.
Yeah, it can be done. The only fear is that was easy enough to do with what that commercial was, 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, it was good length.
But we're looking at anywhere from 90 minutes to 120, 130. Hopefully they wouldn't make it overly long, but I mean, yeah, it's been that way with anything. Like, why not just pull from the source material? It's already something that's beloved by fans, and it's already a good story. Why not just adapt that into live action? I don't get it either. One thing I did see here in the chat, Willis Wheeler did ask, anyone see the Gem fan movie on YouTube? I actually did watch it. I thought it was okay.
I never knew there was a fan one. I didn't even know there was a fan movie. I just thought there was that official. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's got some. It definitely adapts from the cartoon very well. It's got some cheesy moments in it, and it also has something that's honestly kind of cool. I'll just say there's like a Hasbro property crossover that takes place. But yeah, it was pretty cool. I would suggest checking it out. It's only 30 minutes long, so it's not going to take up too much of anyone's time.
Well, I'll definitely have to check it out too. So thank you for that, Willis. Now I'm going to step off camera so I can switch into this. And man, I am, not only because it's finally getting hot outside and sweating, I think just the thought of what I'm going to eat has got me sweating. So I'm going to step off camera, switch masks, wipe my face off. Just give me a minute. Keep them occupied, Nathan.
Oh, yeah. Keep everybody entertained while you run off and change your attire again. Here we go. I hope you guys are ready for this. And I hope no one's like too squeamish about eating tarantulas. He sent me a message. It was like, yeah, I'm gonna, and it's not just a tarantula. He's got other things. I want to say there's cricket, black scorpion, edible underwear. He might have to correct me on that one. But there's gonna be just weird. I don't know. Apologies in advance if this show just totally goes off the rails from this point going forward. Grin too. Ryan, no, you can't go to bed yet. You gotta watch him eat all this nasty stuff.
God damn it. Oh, shit. I'm shaking. Fucking shaking. God, I gotta show my part of my face. This is it's driving me.
Oh, it's gonna be fine, Joe.
All right, hold on. Where the hell did I put my package? Oh shit! There went everything.
Yay!
There it
But
went.
if you at home playing the Fans of Power drinking game, feel free to take a couple shots.
Okay, hold on. I'm still here. Still here.
Thanks, Jobber RDG, for popping in to watch Joe eat nasty stuff.
Oh God. All right.
No, it's fine.
I know it still makes me nervous. I hate even showing my mouth or part of my bottom lip or anything. It gets me nervous as hell.
You honestly, it reminds me. You look more like a masked wrestler now.
Now what am I like Kane or something? You know what's weird?
You can be like Kane, just gradually start and then you just lose the mask, and then you give us this story about how like you were burned.
Right, that's stupid.
But I never understood that about Kane. How they were just like, he was burned as a kid, and then gradually over time he loses like a sleeve on his outfit, and then like the mask loses this part, and then eventually loses the mask. Yeah,
loses the top, and I have some Hershey syrup I'll be drinking later too after I eat this stuff because I got to wash it down with something. So I'll be drinking some Hershey syrup.
Why not water?
Oh, well, I got some water too, but yeah, some Hershey syrup and water. Now, damn, this has got me nervous. Hold on, let me adjust this right here.
Oh my God, everyone can see your bottom teeth.
You know what's funny is this part right here. It makes it look like I have no upper lip now when I'm talking. Like when I talk, it looks like I don't know. It looks weird. All right, first I got some. Don't worry, kids, there ain't no nudity. I got some edible panties. Now I'm going to be eating the panties first. I'm going to eat the panties to get some good taste in my mouth. And after I'm done, I'm going to have some more panties. Wait, where's my scissors?
Oh, man.
Wait, hold on. I think I can rip this. Hold on.
Well, I can't, before we really get into going to everything, who did someone send these to you? Did you purchase them yourself?
Oh, thanks for saying that. Jason Psycho Ward sent this to me from, again, go to Scareglow's house. Join him on Facebook. It's a great group. Everybody has fun. They don't like, there's not drama. There ain't going to be people yelling at each other, having a bad time or nothing like that. And usually most groups don't, but it's real fun, family oriented. I was like, oh, it's fun, family oriented. And I'm showing like a half-naked woman.
Oh, no, here's the thing too. I got this just centered on you going forward, so it doesn't go back to me when I talk. But I was telling him, I'm like, I think he's got like a black scorpion crickets and I think edible underwear. And I guess people in the chat thought I was joking about this, but I'm not. There's the proof.
Oh, okay. Oh man, I was hoping I was going to get the thick. This is the thin panties because there were some thick ones, but maybe this will be easier to eat.
How do you even know that there's a difference? Never mind.
Well, they were eating thinner panties, but thicker panties. Well,
yeah, those are really thin.
I don't know if this is going to taste like a fruit roll-up or.
I would hope that it would. I don't understand. It just looks like one big rectangle. How are those panties?
I don't know. God, they would be. They wouldn't even be tied on there. It just.
Oh yeah. Oh, open it. There you go.
Yeah, got that. And let's be going up in the front. Something. I don't know. Oh yeah. God damn, that really ain't good at all. That's actually. I'm looking forward to the bugs. Hold on. Oh, that was actually bad. Hold on a second. All right, here come the box of crickets. There's a box of crickets. They're bacon and cheese flavor. Bacon and cheese flavor crickets.
So
let's see.
I kind of wonder what that warehouse that makes these sort of smells like.
I don't know. Let me adjust this.
How many are in that bag?
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it looks like maybe a little baby one. About 7 of them crickets in there. I think these will be okay. Zen Brown said we are way past awkward. How the fuck you? God damn, I'm having a bitch of a time just popping this open. Yeah, I gotta split it down that one middle. Hold on a second. God damn. Well, they make sure it's tight, but okay. Here, let me get them out of here. First, let me take it out one at a time so you can see them. But I don't know how good that shows up. If it even shows up, can you see the cricket or no?
I mean, you can, but It honestly kind of looks like a stale, like popper thing that you could get to throw on the ground to make the pop noise.
Well, here, just to see, it's going in my mouth, on my tongue.
Oh, you can hear it crunch too when you bite down. Oh, wait, are you just eating them all at once?
Well, I have to. I'm supposed to eat them all, so let me get a mouthful. Here's the whole thing. I don't know if you can see them all.
What's it? Does it taste like bacon and cheese? Oh. You can't because the camera's all on you. I can just hear the crunch. That's why it's.
No, it's not bad. It tastes like I don't know. There's a bacon and cheese taste, but just kind of like a dry potato chip.
All right, well, go ahead and take a bite of the edible panties.
Hold on a second. Let me take a sip of water to wash them down, so I'm going to stick them out.
Those edible panties look terrible. Like
they taste terrible.
It looks so cheap. Well, what does it taste like?
God, man, I was hoping it'd be like a fruit roll up. I don't feel like I'm eating like plastic. I mean, I'd probably have a better time eating the plastic wrapper that it came out of.
Well, just do that too.
The initial taste, it's like, oh man, that tastes like it'd be good. Then you start chewing it, and it's like a mouth of mushy slime or something. It's just
now just imagine like there being like butt sweat on it too when you're trying to actually eat them off of somebody.
I was going to
apologies to the kids that are tuned into the show this week.
I was going to get into something, but we can't do that. Okay, these are.
I feel like it's about another story time with Joe Amato.
Yeah, these are armor tail scorpions, and they're hermetically sealed. So, and these are supposed to all be dehydrated. So,
Eco Eat. Does it say anywhere on the package like where these are being manufactured or coming from?
Edible Eco Eat edible Chinese armor tail scorpions, new, imported by Eco Eat Company, but it says by JR Unique Foods. Doesn't say where it's from though. I don't know. You gonna try to Google it real quick?
It's called Eco Foods.
Eco Eat. Well, where the hell was that again? Yeah, Unique Foods Limited. But just type in Eco Eat, and I'm sure it'll bring it up. Okay. Oh boy. All right, Nathan, you're gonna have to watch me in a second and get back to your computer. But I am not going to smell these because everybody who smelled them said they smell bad, and I don't want that giving me a weird.
Oh come on, no!
Issue.
You got a big whiff.
Boy, these don't. This doesn't even look really that bad. I thought it was going to be a gigantic black one. This is just all right. You take it out of there. No, I mean I thought it was going to be a big black scorpion.
Oh yeah, I like the pause in between there, Joe.
No, I mean, God, you know what I mean. No, I mean I thought it was going to be a. Never mind. All right, it's got its freshness packet. But
yeah, you definitely got to have that. It's like when you get the pepperonis at the store.
These are This looks like this.
Hold that up closer to the camera.
Okay.
Is it like simply just the tail? It's not like a whole scorpion?
No, it's the whole scorpion. There's 3 of them, but they're like mini ones. Let me pull one out.
Those are pretty small compared to like how the package.
Oh man, I'm kind of let down. I thought this was going to be a massive scorpion, but this is the size of them. There's John. You got to let me know and read in the chat room. See if anybody else says it, Nathan. But ask Johnitis, or I'm asked Johnitis. Are they supposed to be bigger than this? Because believe me, the Tarantula is going to be nasty. That's going to be the big one. That's the one where I hope I don't have that vomit moment.
He says that you got the babies.
Damn. Okay. Well, I'll.
Ryan says you need a bigger hole in your mask for a big black one.
Ryan, you freak.
Once again, apologies if there's any children watching or listening to this.
Here's the rest of them. Let me see if I can get you the picture. Oh, this is kind of freaky. And a lot of people weren't wanting to eat it because I could see why, and I think I should be okay. But
I should be okay.
Well, I'm saying there's a scorpion. There's the stinger on the scorpion tail. Ask John if I should eat the stinger because I mean,
you just did. I'll read the response that pops up in the chat, Joe.
I just want to make sure. Well, yeah, I'll wait again. I want to make sure that the stinger. It shouldn't have an issue.
Hey, just eat it. I think I have your address somewhere. No, don't eat it. Wait for it. He says eat it all.
Okay. Well, here's the rest of them. Let me lick them off my hand. I'm not being a pervert, but
a pervert.
A pervert. Sorry.
What do they taste like?
Hey, that actually had some salt and seasoning. Hold on, let me lick my hand. Not bad.
Huh.
I mean, you ever eat a leaf or something? I know it
No,
sounds nuts, but
no,
as a,
Joe. Never eaten a leaf.
it
Sorry.
tastes kind of like a dried leaf. I mean, as a kid, I mean, who didn't eat a leaf? I eat chicken bones. I told you,
I never ate a leaf when I was a kid.
yeah. I mean, I've eaten chicken bones. Oh my god! Oh, I'm getting nervous now. Okay, here's the. Wait, hold on. I'm trying to hold my hand. Here's the zebra tarantula. So, let me just wash it down. You remember that episode of I don't know if you guys do, episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air when Will had to fight the bully and he was preparing and they started playing the Rocky music and they showed him in the house. He cracks 2 eggs, downs the eggs like a tough guy, and then spits them up. That's all I pictured this. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna take this tarantula and spit it up. But
well, Kevin Sharp had asked if he missed the Snake Mountain talk. He did, because we blew through everything really quick so we could get to Joe eating all this stuff, which we're also going through kind of quick, honestly. I hope it's like a big, huge spider. Or is it just gonna be another little baby?
I think this might be big. Oh shit! Wait, hold on. I'm getting freaked out. Oh, shit, that's big. Oh, I think that's big. Oh, no. Hold on.
Yes. Yes.
Jesus. Oh, man.
Oh, whoa.
That's
oh,
big.
no. Oh, man. Joe, sir.
Okay. I hope mine all stays together. Everybody that's done this, the ass has fell off. Yeah, I'm trying to fix it. The ass has fell off, and it just kind of freaked me seeing it. But
well, hang on. I don't want to just dive right into this, Joe.
Okay.
We need to take our time. I see the packet that's in there. I want you to just open it up, and give it a good whiff. Let's tell us what you're smelling, man.
Oh, damn it! I've been trying not to smell this shit.
Just smell it.
Oh, it smells like a. You ever go into a pet store and it just smells like piss and urine and just dried up, dog food and stuff? Oh god, man. Okay, some of the legs are off, but I'm gonna try to get this out of here.
Oh.
In a second, I feel like it's gonna bite me.
It's alive, Joe. It's alive.
I hope he stays together. Please don't fall apart. Don't let the ass. Man, he's got pinchers. I'm gonna try to see if I can zoom his mouth in on you. I can see his pinchers. Oh, god damn it! Come on, get out of here without falling. And I'm not just gonna. I'm gonna try to shove it in so you can see I'm putting it in my mouth.
No, I want to no, Joe. I want you to put that thing in your mouth, and I want you to like stick your tongue out, so we just see it sitting on your tongue, he's your pet, and you're just doing a magic trick.
It's a picture. He comes alive on my tongue. Crawls out.
Yeah. It seems like they would have put that in a bigger bag to kind of
because I don't want it to. Yeah, I don't want it to. Oh, good. Wait, I'm splitting it down the side. I don't think nobody's done this yet. There, I split it down the side, and I got the whole body. Okay, hold on. Wait, where's this fucking mouth at? Wait. God damn, I don't even know. I'm like half shaking. Well, here's the whole body, and there's some legs in there too.
Well, you got to eat the legs.
Yeah, let me.
Oh god, the crunch of this is gonna be awful.
Okay, hold on. Okay, first I'm gonna put the legs in individually because, okay, Okay, Oh boy, hold on. It's getting worse with every fucking leg. Can you hear it crunching? Woo!
What's it taste like, Joe?
It tastes like I licked the fucking carpet or something. Oh god, not a good one. Oh god. Wait, I told everybody I'm not.
Well, how about before you eat the rest of it, just take a bite of the edible panties.
No, I told everybody that I was going to make sure I didn't drink.
John says that the butt is full of juice. I hope so.
John, you better be lying like a mother. I'm sorry. Hold on, I'm not going to puke. Oh wait, I gotta get that. It's stuck in my throat.
Fedmon asked Nathan, "Where's Emily during all this?" I sent her a text. I'm like, "Hey, are you watching this at all in the living room on the YouTube app on TV?" And she's like, "No, I can't. Not from the sounds of it."
All right. Well, what everybody said so far about this, they're right. They said that those legs will like get stuck in your throat, but that taste just. I mean, it's not like a horrible gross. It really tastes like you were licking just a soiled, nasty carpet. Not that I've licked a soiled, nasty carpet.
See, that makes it sound like you have.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
Hey,
Well,
have you ever eaten a leaf?
Yeah, and I'm eating chicken bones. I tell everybody tomorrow's good. All right, here we go. The whole big spider's going to go on my tongue.
Yeah, and then you know what? I think you should like chomp down on it to bite it in half, but still have your mouth sort of open so we could just see it like explode.
Well, I'll try to. Well, I'll bite, but then I'll try to stick out my tongue without it falling out. Here I go. First, let me put it on my tongue.
Does that feel weird? Oh. Oh God. I wish they could kind of see my face too, because I've been laughing a lot and it's red, but we can't. Oh.
Well, it's not bad. It's not bad at all.
You sound like you're about to call. It's not bad.
Hold on. Hold on.
Was there any butt juice in there, Joe?
No butt juice. Just those legs, those hairy legs, and the other part of the hairs. It feels like it really sticks in your throat. Well, hold on a second. Okay, there. It's all gone. Did you see my tongue? It was empty. Could you see it, Nathan? Oh, we lost Nathan. No, did we lose the feed? Nathan, are you there? Shit, I hope I'm not gone. Oh, okay, you were gone for a second. I freaked out.
No, I've been here the whole time.
It went to okay. Well, did you see tongue? It's gone. Did that show up?
I mean, show it again if you want to.
Okay, there. It's all empty. That was.
You know what? I bet what it was is you like ate it and something in the tarantula like did something to you that like all your senses went away for 5 seconds.
All right. Hold on, just want to suck down that Hershey syrup. Okay. Well, Jesus, guys. Yeah, see, wait, Zen Brown said Nathan did black out. Like maybe he maybe blacked, or maybe meant you blacked out at watching me. Okay, Cameron Sharp said they usually cook those over a campfire with a nice leaf, Joe. Yeah, I bet. Well, let me just say to first, Jason Psycho Ward, thank you for sending them. You're right. If you put it out of your head and you just imagine you're eating chips or something, it's not that bad, but it does have a really funky taste. The worst thing about that is swallowing it because the hair's like it feels like it sticks in your back of your throat.
Well, so I mean, it is a spider after all.
Yeah, so it's hard to get down, but I think it's a challenge that almost anybody possibly could do, and I don't think you guys would puke. At least I didn't. But yeah, thanks, John. Just
yeah, but not all of us are conditioned by eating dumpster food.
Well, I have eaten some, but John said this has been contaminated. Now, could you imagine every time I make a glass of chocolate milk, I taste like spider juice and piss and dirt. But it was good. And John, yeah, thank you for that. See, this is all because of John Itis. Just want to say again, over at Scareglow's house, he started with the crazy-ass Bean Boozled stuff, led to the Death Nuts, led to this crazy-ass stuff. They have fun. They still talk. Of course, the group is mainly about Masters of the Universe and having fun, but they do this. It's just a relaxed atmosphere. So everybody in the chat room who hasn't been there on Facebook, or people are listening to us later on, just go to Facebook, type in Scareglow's house, ask to request to join. You'll see it's a fun place. But thank you for putting me through this, John. It was great, and Jason and everybody. So the show's not over. We're still gonna be talking, but I'm gonna switch back to my other mask now. Yeah, let me switch to my other mask. I'll be back. Keep them entertained a second.
And we just hear like a loud thud in the background. Yeah, he's collapsed. That scorpion tail ended up being more harmful to him than originally intentioned. I guess next week Joe will eat like some moldy bread and some hot dog weenies that have been expired for 7 months and been sitting in his fridge. I don't know. I don't know how Joe does this. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, thanks, Joe.
Oh, the elephant burping.
What did that taste? Well, I have to wait for him to put his earbuds back in.
I'll be there in 1 second, Nathan. Just throwing all these wrappers into this bag.
Oh yeah, Kevin Sharp's wondering where Tyler is. Where it's the holiday weekend, Tyler had some family in, so he's just kind of hanging out with them. And then that's when Joe, before Joe even knew, he's like, "I'm going to eat all this stuff on the podcast." I was like, "Well, Tyler's not going to be here. Let's just make a whole thing out of it."
God, them panties just weren't good, boy. I was expecting something.
No, you got to keep eating those the rest of the show. Put some chocolate syrup on them. He still can't hear me. Yeah, I need to actually take Scareglow's house and start linking that in the description below. That way you guys can join that group on Facebook. You back, Joe?
I am now back. So you've what's been going on since I was gone?
Oh, Kevin Sharp asked where Tyler was. I talked about that. You put the edible panties away. I'm like, you got to keep eating those. You didn't finish them.
No, well, just to let you know that nobody in Scareglow's house finished them all because they actually hated the panties more than anything else. They were not tasty, and a couple of them got these really thick ones. I mean, they were just thick, and I think it was Craig Ryder. He was sitting there, he was like pulling on it. That's like, God, that looks like a chore. It's like, well, yeah, I can't say, yeah.
Well, let's go ahead and rank everything you just ate, Joe. Let's go from worst to best, and you just rank.
The spider was the worst. The tarantula was the worst.
Okay.
The panties were next. Then the scorpion. Well, you know what? No, then the crickets. Then the scorpion. I think the scorpion actually had more flavor. So tarantula worst. Then panties next worst. Then crickets, they sucked. But then the best was the scorpions. They actually seemed like they had a little bit more flavor. So be curious to see what anybody else.
That is kind of weird because the crickets were bacon and cheese flavored.
But you know what's funny? I didn't get much of them, but the scorpions seemed like they had a little more of a taste. So they seemed pretty good. But thank you for the challenge. Now, I know a lot of people, I don't know if you're still wanting to stick around, but this is the part of the show where we have you ask us any questions you want, whether it's pertaining to the mini comics, the cartoon, the toys, anything you want to shoot at us. You go ahead and do it now. We'll answer your questions. But yeah, and next week, hopefully, we might have Axel Jimenez, who's done a lot of work with the classics line with art and everything. He might be on next week. Tyler's been trying to get him on for a while, but I think Axel might be able to join us next week. So hopefully he will, and you guys can tune in. And all these new people that are here, just to let you know that you can like, subscribe, share, but ring that bell down there because then you can always get notified when there's any new content. So just make sure you do that if you know.
Especially next week if Axel does come on, because we would have to do the show at a different time to kind of like accommodate a little bit.
Yeah, that's exactly. That's why we always say ring the bell, because there could always be, a different, time differences depending on where somebody is in the world. Like James E. Talk, we did his a little early because it was pretty late for him. But well, Kevin, go ahead. I'm sorry, Nathan.
Oh no, I was just gonna say if Axel can't show up, then Joe, you gotta up the ante. If you have any stale food in your refrigerator, it's got any mold on it or anything, definitely feel free to bring that on and just eat that on the show next week.
Now, see, I told you I'll eat anything, but I'm not gonna eat stuff when it's like rotten, spoiled, or something. Like the thing is, I ate all that stuff. You'd think, well, God, Joe, you should have been able to eat those Bean Boozled things. I couldn't eat them beans. I mean, when something tastes like spoiled milk, rotten egg, dead fish, they can keep that shit. I'm not touching it. I mean, that is horrible.
I remember the first time distinctly smelling spoiled milk, and it was in elementary school, and we were playing on the playground, and kind of up next to the buildings where they would keep the dumpsters that was like right behind where the cafeteria was. And I just remember, I'm like, what is that just rancid smell? And it's like, oh, it's rotten milk. And you walk by and you can just see that someone just didn't care. And I guess like there were half open cartons just like slammed against the dumpster, and you could see like the residue and just like a shitload of flies. And I was like, ugh.
That's it. I mean, instantly. That was the thing. As a kid, I remember pouring to have some cereal. I remember biting. I was like, what's wrong? I remember spitting it up, and it was bad milk. So ever since then, get a brand new milk when I open, I still sniff. Every
Oh yeah.
damn day, I still do it. I mean, yeah, you could buy it brand new. I'm going to sniff it until I'm done with it because
Yeah, I
you
mean, there's
never
been
know.
times we've had milk like says it expires on this date. You open it up and it's fine, and then a couple days later, it has that smell to it. You're just like, what happened? Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah, so they could
I don't
keep it.
I
But
don't really drink milk though. I eat cereal dry because I'm weird like that, I guess.
that's no problem. Some people are lactose intolerant. But well, Kevin Sharp, you were like you said, you're late to the show because you said, "Are any of you buying Snake Mountain?" Well, I'm not because I can't afford it. Nathan said he can afford it, but he just you tell them what you said.
I don't have the space for it. And just the price point itself is just that's just too steep for me. Like it from the pictures, it looks beautiful. I hope it turns out that way for everyone. There's no like alterations or anything that makes it less impressive than what they've showed. But I just for that price and the shipping cost, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, and I'm sure hopefully they will start showing more pictures because I think the one that they've been showing, I think that's just been the prototype. I mean, that was the one that they showed off, I think, at PowerCon
Yeah,
or some of the other
and I
conventions.
guess that's kind of the other thing too. Like a prototype might not be the finished product, and I just hope there's not anything that ends up making anybody mad. But I think it'll end up ultimately be all right for the people that wanted to spend that money. But I
I
just
hope so. I mean, that's what you want. You want everyone to, people.
750 is just
You
nah.
want people to be satisfied, especially when you're paying that kind of money. You definitely, and of course, people wanting the stuff. They want a great product.
I
So
mean,
I'm hoping.
if you guys, I don't know. Let's see how this turns out. I mean, I did. I did get a vintage one, so there you go. I do have a Snake Mountain now, and then I
Does the
put
microphone work?
yes, it does.
Good, good. All right. I
Yeah,
know a lot of people getting them off of eBay sometimes doesn't have the microphone component, or even if they do have it, it doesn't work. So that's good to hear it works.
and then the classics that I do have, I got my IKEA glass case that was still at my parents' house. I'm like, let's just get that over here.
Wait a second. I just realized. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, good. It was going. For a second, I was like, man, it didn't seem like it was switching over. I forgot the 30-second delay.
Oh
Why
yeah.
does my arm hurt? Am I experiencing venom in my system? It's like, why did my forearm start hurting? That'd be terrible if I lock up like this or something. Like, oh god, thanks.
All right, Joe. Just for safety's sake, you should just message me your address. That way, if we have to call 911, I know what to tell them.
Yeah, should be good. Grimbot said, "Isn't Axel in Mexico?" I honestly can't remember if Axel is in Mexico or where, but you're right. If he is, then there's not really, I think, that big of a time difference.
Yeah,
If
I
he
don't
is,
think it wouldn't be as much as like James or anything like that at all. It would probably be. I would say it'd be closer to what it's like when Val was on. We might have to go on like an hour earlier or something. I don't know.
yeah, it shouldn't. Yeah, it shouldn't be bad. So, and he definitely doesn't need. I know that at one time, he was concerned that maybe if he came on, he would need somebody to like translate for him because I think he did that a long time ago for Global Masters on that podcast. But we can understand him perfectly. And that's why I try to let you know if you're listening now, Axel. You speak perfect English. We can understand you. Don't you even be concerned or worried. We can hear you fine. So, Adam Gabbard said, Joe, are you making something custom made for Nathan Kennedy? He has asked for, yeah, well, that was the thing. Oh, you're late to this. Yeah, I'll be making custom slime for his Roboto. He wants Roboto to be in the slime pit, like how you've seen from that, beautiful piece of artwork back in the past. But he wants me to sculpt some slime. So it'll be coming on Roboto, coming on the claw, and it'll be detachable. So you can like put it on and off, and it's all sculpted two set piece, and I've done a lot of them for different people so they can finally do it to Grizzlor, Mossman, Hordak, anybody, but especially to get Grizzlor slimed without really sliming them. So there you go. It's a safe bet. Ryan said he's going to be sending me a soiled carpet. Yeah, I guess so. Zentron said, "Would you eat carameled camel spice?" Oh God, yeah. I mean,
Joe will
hell
eat
yeah, Zentron.
anything. Just send it to him.
Yeah,
You saw him just now.
I just ate a spider that wasn't even flavored or nothing. It just tasted like it was from a soiled carpet. So yeah, caramel would be better. I'd like anything.
Joe will put anything in his mouth. Yes, I said it.
The same fear factor with Tyrone Biggums or whatever. Whenever he was eating the. Well, never mind. Let's see. Oh, hey, Sportimus, how's it going? Sportimus joined us. Let me. Damn it! I might have just. Oh, I hope I didn't hiccup past everything. Oh wait, I think. Let me see. Where did I leave off? Did any? Oh wait. That wasn't it. I'm sorry. Just trying to catch up because when I did stuff, I know it was skipping past two things. I was trying to get just above Willis Wheeler. Okay. Robert Fletcher said, Joe, did Modulok make an appearance on Filmation Masters of the Universe or only on She-Ra? No, he was on Masters of the Universe and was on She-Ra, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have Grimbot definitely clarify that. But yeah, Modulok was on both shows. Yeah, definitely. Let me Willis Wheeler said, does anybody buy any new toys other than Masters in the group? I don't know if he means people here in the chat room or for us, but for me, the only thing that I buy besides Masters of the Universe that I like is Friday the 13th stuff. I always love getting the Jason Voorhees figures. That's over in that side.
Yeah.
I showed those pieces before, but Nathan, I know you. Well, geez, you just showed your collection.
Yeah, I've already taken them out and displayed them, but I got the 2009 remake reboot Jason that I guess you guys can see. There's actually a very nice figure.
Is that an ultimate or is that just the original?
Well, I mean it comes, you got the mask. He also comes with the alternate sack head and then like your choice of weapons and alternate hands.
I mean, I'm just being honest because it's been so long since I bought my 2009 one, but I didn't think it came in that clamshell.
I missed out on the original release.
So this is an ultimate version. See, that's what's weird is at one time I thought those ultimates were just the same figure repackaged, but they actually added new sculpt, articulation to the knees and different points. So they're actually, well, they are ultimate because they're having more stuff. I thought it was just things with extra accessories. I didn't know they were doing new stuff to them.
Yeah. I got Jungle Hunter Predator. Still haven't taken him out yet, but lots of stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah. Man, there's let's see. I did get a vintage Mumra right here.
Oh, okay.
And I think I showed it off on Capes and Commentaries a couple weeks ago, but I did get the Snowman from Hook Mountain.
I see. Well, Dave, yeah, definitely. Nathan's got a bunch of stuff. I remember being so mad because I sent off for that mail away Mumra as a kid, never got him. So even after seeing that he was on eBay where I could get him, I didn't want to just because it's a grudge. I was so pissed.
And I got the Mezco Sonny Crockett from Miami Vice. It doesn't really look like Don Johnson at all, but I think it's still a cool figure. Yeah, it's still a cool figure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let me scroll down, see if I missed anything. Johnny said Castle Grayskull went from 300 to 1,000 within a month. If you don't buy now, you definitely won't later.
Yeah.
No, see, that's the thing. That's what kills me. And John, you bring up a good point, which it always baffles my mind. Is right now people know you can get it, but okay, I'm sorry, it doesn't baffle my mind because again, not everybody knows about this pre-order. We always want to assume just because people love Masters of the Universe, they know about Super7, they know about Mattel, they know about all these groups. That's not the case. So many of the people that go to eBay aren't members of Facebook, maybe don't go to Instagram, and they're like, wow, what's that cool thing? How did I miss it? And they're the ones that usually, yes, will pay 2, 3, 4 times the amount for it. Because you'd assume if all these Masters fans knew about it, they would have reached that goal in no time. But they don't. Every day, as it's proof positive in the groups, and John can attest to it, and even you, Nathan, when you see when I make a post, there's always somebody that says, I didn't know they were making these classic figures. It's like, wow, it's been out for 10 years, but there's no advertisement. Remember, this is just collector based. There are no TV commercials. They're not advertised in tons of magazines all the time. It's us fans. So if you don't go to social media and you only go through eBay, yeah, I guess you're not going to know about the stuff, you know?
Yeah, and it's also the sad thing too with a lot of, because NECA announced, or they've started to announce some of their San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, and they're gonna come out with, in the 6-inch scale, they're gonna have the 1990 Turtles movie Shredder, Splinter, and 2 foot soldiers, and they're going to have limited amounts that they post on their site, I think on June 5th, 6th, and 7th at 1 p.m. Eastern at necastore.com. And I was doing some research, and apparently it's a lot of, you go to check out and things like glitch for some people, and they end up not getting it. And then they're forced to go to eBay and pay twice as much. But they could do how they did when they did the Turtles a year, or I want to say it was last year, or 2 years ago, but Tyler seems to think it was last year. But anyway, they ended up releasing them individually at GameStop as exclusives, so maybe that would be the way to go. But I kind of hate the limited amount thing, because I've always had problem with with Mondo and their movie posters. Like, we only made 150 or 200 of them. I'm like, that's cool, I guess, for the people that can get them, but these people are also just selling them on eBay, and this person that really wanted one missed out. Why not just make a little more? But
that makes sense. No, you're right. I understand
that's the business decision. And Sportimus, the Target packs. Yeah, I haven't taken them out, but I do have the Turtles 2-packs. Where you get Don and Krang, Leo and Shredder and everything. And I saw these once at a Target that I had to drive almost an hour or two just on a whim on a day off. I was like, I know when they stock. Here's the 3 days. Let me see if they have them. Found them all. Found a couple for Tyler. I haven't seen them since. Period.
Yeah.
And I haven't bothered to look on eBay either to see how much they're going for, because it would probably just make me sad.
No, but you're right. That's what surprised me is I would think when figures like that come out, it's usually when they're gone, you might see them once, then a second time, and then that's it. The Target around me, they're just constantly getting replenished with those. Every time they're gone, they come back, and again and again. So that's cool to see.
Well, Joe, if you, because I know Tyler needs Raph and Leo. If you come across those and find them, pick them up, and I'll pay you back for it.
Okay. All right. No. Yeah, I'll do that. I don't know how, but I'll try. I'll have to. I was like, I ain't got no money, but okay, but I'll see what
I should just. Well, how about this? How about if you go and they have them, hide them, come back, let me know, since you don't have a cell phone. Let me know, and then I'll send you the money, and then you can go get them then.
Yeah, or something like a PayPal, and I could send it to my bank, and then I could somehow use bank or a check to write it. That could work. All right. Poor Joe. Okay. Sportus was like, could you show us the Snake Mountain again? Because he wanted to see your Snake Mountain one more time, and I'll get to some more questions. Let's see if your eyeballs are good, and I want to see if you got the chains. We want to see the condition of this.
Oh, well, it doesn't have the. Oh gosh, that's like really. It doesn't have the chains, and it's actually missing the gate at the top too. But I'm gonna get the gate. Everything else is pretty much there, and I got it for actually a really good price compared to some of the other stuff that's gone there.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And I know you can't travel move with that.
I can't. Yeah, it's just USB hooked up to the computer and sitting on top of the monitor. So.
Okay. All right. And Aaron Voorhees just popped up. I made a Jason Voorhees vintage style for him. And he's like, hey, I'm late to the show. I missed everything. Well, don't worry, Aaron. You can catch a rerun, see all the insanity. And yeah. And yeah. And you said Jabber DG was in here. So I missed him earlier. Gosh, Jason Cowie. There was a couple people that just popped in. Man, I hit that damn thing. Like you said, hit refresh and it missed everything. It's just like, boom.
I feel like when we hit that 10 o'clock hour, for some reason, then it starts to send out more notifications of, hey, they're live. And it's like, that seems to happen all the time.
Yep. And anytime I hit that one thing where it like does a refresh, it missed all these comments that I didn't know were there. So I know there was probably let me see. Okay, said we got to see Joe's face today. Aaron, his hideous lips. Well, a bit more of it. Fedmon said if Joe grows
don't do that to him. I'm gonna stick up for Joe. Don't make him. Now he's gonna like
big ass lips.
He's gonna have that mask on, and then like something. He's gonna like add to it. We don't want that. Add to it.
Like, I gotta cover up my big ass lips because the big bottom one is the one that usually shows the most. Fedmon said if Joe grows a black slime costume and a 4-foot long tongue, watch out, Spider-Man. Yeah, I guess so. Robert Fletcher said
he was already like, my arms kind of hurting. Is this normal?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, exactly. Robert Fletcher said the camel spiders are huge. I guess that's why when brought up earlier about the caramelized one. Well, yeah, still I'd eat it if it's carameled. It's free, free food. Von Ratliff, I eat free food. Aaron Voorhees says I have to pay $1,350 Australian for Snake Mountain, free shipping at least. But wow, okay. Yeah, please, somebody send me some ribeye steaks if you can like have them like frozen up or something. Yeah, I'd love to have some steak. It beat my lunch meat or, just my fried dough that I like to do. I just like take flour.
Well, I mean, that's basically like eating a soft pretzel.
Well, see, all I do is just take flour, just put it in a bowl and just mix it with water. And then I fry it in butter. And it's pretty good. It tastes like, it tastes good.
It tastes like those edible panties.
Yep. Let's see. Remember, Joe is not a whore. He's a high-priced escort. You got it, Fedmon. Let me see.
Well, there was something that I did see in there that Zentron had said that
Whoa,
I actually
20
didn't think.
times?
Yeah, well, a camel spider is like huge, dude.
Holy gee, I didn't. Okay, Zentron, let me
Here,
take this back.
hang on.
Wait. Yeah, I might.
Hang
Yeah,
on.
and Sportimus, and I'm letting Sportimus know. Yes, I did eat the tarantula, but you can go back to watch it. But if you're serious that a camel spider is 20 times the size of a tarantula, then
Well,
no, I'm not going to be gnawing on that. That might be a little too much.
well, here we go. Here we go, Joe. It's gonna get weird for everybody. I'll have multiple monitors. Apologies.
Let's see if you can zoom in on it too when you
Oh,
do it.
there we go.
Oh shit. No, you
Are you seeing like my Google searches here for like camel spiders? I think that's like a baby one, but
no, you can keep that shit.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
come on, Joe. That one right there. You just eat it during the podcast.
Okay, I'm
The
sorry,
whole
kids.
time.
Didn't mean
Just
I could
put
be
some
gnawing.
hot sauce on it, and it'll be fine.
I'll tell you what, if it was dehydrated like the spider I ate, and if you did allow me to like dip it in like hot sauce and barbecue sauce, I could eat it then. But yeah, I ain't gonna be touching that. Not like that. If it's just freeze dried and flavored, you can keep that thing. I would not touch that at all. Let me see. Jason Cowie said that Canada's only option for Snake Mountain is Big Bad Toy Store, and they are $1,200 or $1,300. So man, it's just some money. Anthony.
Yeah.
Oh, Anthony Albanese says Realm of the Underworld. Realm of the Underworld, 5-inch, 5.5. Goodness. Oh, definitely, Anthony. Because yeah, I have that too. Because remember, I worked on Grim the Executioner. That figure right over. Hold on a second. I'm gonna try to do this without knocking everything over. I'm gonna try to. Damn it! I gotta take out my earplugs. Hold on.
You guys get your shot glasses ready for fans of Power Bingo. Get ready to take a shot. But yeah, I can't remember what episode it was, but we did have a pre-order link in the description for these guys at one point.
Okay, I'm back. No, I should have mentioned. Yeah,
No, Joe, I think you pulled out your something. I can't.
What? Oh,
I can't hear you. Yeah.
Oh, hold on. I gotta stick my other thing in.
Yeah, he's got to stick his other thing in. Yeah.
Wait, no, hold on. This is the side that has the mic. Now you can hear me, correct?
There we go. Yeah.
Okay. No, yeah. Let me say, if you guys haven't already, you can go to Realm of the Underworld, and it's Zolo World, because Michael Zolotoro is the one that worked on him. He's the one that created this line, and this is Grim the Executioner. And for this figure, he wanted me to sculpt, and I did the sculpting. The painting is all done, in-house, obviously. But he wanted a skull that was like rotting flesh, maggots coming out. And of course, if, like, let's say I was to paint, the details would come out a little more. But there's like all these maggots that are popping out of his head. But this was the special skull rotted flesh head that's underneath the hood, and it comes with an additional regular red skull head. But yeah, I worked on this line, so they're mass produced. You can find them on the website. Like I said, just look up Zolo World, and you'll find Realm of the Underworld. And there's so many other lines that he's put out that are great. But I'm glad you brought that up, Anthony Albanese. So thank you for saying that. So in case you didn't know that, yeah,
that had been mentioned on the show, because I was saying before, when you were getting that figure, that we did have the pre-order link in the description on one of those episodes way back.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. The only thing that Zen Brown's been buying is Battle Tribes and Warlords of War. I've gotten some of those Battle Tribes. If I think those are the little small ones, if Zen Brown could definitely confirm that. But yeah, I've gotten some of those Battle Tribes. They're like little. It's like that style of this, the Master style, Remco style, but super small, but still they pose just like them. Awesome things, and they're always doing different ones. You can find those as well, but I don't think I've gotten Warlords of War yet. I'll have to check those out. Nathan, if you scroll down, is there anything you could see that maybe I missed? Because I might have missed a lot in the chat with the way I hit refresh.
Sportimus had asked if you'd already eaten the tarantula, and unfortunately he has, but it'll get archived and you can go check it out and all of its grossness and the butt juices exploding in Joe's mouth.
Okay, yeah, no, yeah, I guess you'd see, but well, Jesus, I think that's it. I think we covered as much as we could. If I missed anybody's comments, I apologize. But like I said, that's why you can tune in next week. I'll keep a better track of that. It's just between all the stuff I was doing, I know I missed some stuff. and all the new people. I hope you did enjoy this. Like I said, we always do it live every Sunday night at 9 p.m. here, Eastern time on YouTube. But that's why I said that bell down there, ring it, and of course subscribe. But when you ring that bell, you're always notified in case we would go live on a different day. So that's why I really always recommend doing that. And I hope you enjoyed this episode. And I don't think I seen a quote from Zentron, so I might have missed it. So you might have to take the place of Tyler with the quote.
Dude, I didn't have anything prepared.
Well, try to do something spitball in your head, because right now I'm going to say thanks again, everybody, for joining us. Hope you loved it, because we loved having you here. It was a blast. We enjoy this every week. And until next time, have a powerful day.
I literally, I got nothing.
It's like there's always a quote for the new people. Just let you know. And the Tyler, like I said, is he's spending time with his family.
Here's Zentron. No,
is it?
I don't want any spoo.
Oh, okay. That's what Skeletor said to Spritina. Yeah, because Spritina, one of the Twiggets was giving Skeletor a spoo. So, I got that one. I actually did something. So, all right, guys. See you next week.
Joe is a gross son of a bitch.
Who said that?
You? That's me. There's your quote for the week. See you guys.
Okay. All right. See ya.